Hey everyone, it's Ally and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over Dua fragrances once again, and they are a company that I have loved for a really long time. I've bought in tons of fragrances from them. What I love about them is that all their fragrances are extrait de parfum, so they are built to last. Not just that, they make their own takes on really high-end designer, expensive niche and designer fragrances essentially. And so you don't have to break the bank trying to try them out. They're a really affordable company. I really do love everything they do. I love that Masam Raza, the owner, creator, and CEO of the company, is very active in listening to what the people want and giving them what they want. I think that's really cool. I am part of the Dua Facebook group, the Dua brand Facebook group. If you guys haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. Masam is very active in the group. He listens to what people say. He gives the people what they want. And not just that, like, it's just a cool group. You get to see previews of what's coming up and the next like releases within the weeks. They always give previews and stuff like that. I think it's super neat. Definitely check out the group and just check out the site in general. They have a lot of sales a lot of the time, so the fragrances are really affordable. And that's something that I really do love about the company. I have been a big supporter of Dua fragrances over the years, and for good reason. You get quality, you get bang for your buck. And I love that, like I said, the company listens to what the people want and they give the people what they want. And I think that's super unique and interesting and so awesome that the company takes really good care of their people. And yeah, that's what we're going to be going over today. I have 6 fragrances here. This is sort of like a little mini haul. The first one that we're going to talk about is probably the most controversial one in the whole list. This one was Cafe de Dua 2.0. Now, Cafe de Dua 2.0 was one that was sort of universally hated by people when it first launched. I remember ordering this one, being really excited for it, and then seeing people just like not really being there for this fragrance in the group. It was pretty gnarly. And when I had ordered this one, people started getting theirs before me, and I was kind of worried. I was like, am I gonna hate it? And you guys, not gonna lie, when it first came in, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. And I think I wasn't the biggest fan of it because it needed time to sort of settle. What I first got from this in the initial opening of my first wearing of it was a coffee scent, but there was this sort of like spoiled milk thing that was happening. But I think it was because of the butteriness from the buttercream note that's in this, mixing in with the saltiness from the salted caramel note, and mixing in with all the lactonic milky accords that were in this. It was really making this sort of almost rancidy, sort of slightly green, like really odd thing. It was like an odd scent happening that reminded me almost of spoiled milk. So I saw why people were kind of upset with this fragrance. Well, when I first smelled that and I was like, whoa, like, but I wore the fragrance and let it settle. At the very end, I was really happy with the way it smelled. It was sort of this really dark coffee fragrance that was slightly caramelly. So I immediately knew once that started happening that I needed to let this one sit. Well, it's been about 2 weeks since I've had this fragrance. And in those 2 weeks, this has developed so much. That weird spoiled milk accord is like literally gone. Like, it's like night and day with this fragrance. It's kind of insane how much this changed in just the 2 weeks since I wore it the first time. But let me tell you now, it is super delicious. You've got black coffee beans. You've got toffee, steamed milk, vanilla, buttercream, salted caramel, pralines, warm coffee croissant. You have nutmeg, tonka beans. You have cashmere and steamed lattes, sandalwood, chestnuts, white musk, and a ground Colombian coffee tincture in this as well. Basically, I just described a whole dang cafe. And that's basically what I get from this. I get really dark, bold, rich coffee beans. I get that sort of milkiness that plays so beautifully with this salted caramel effect. And the buttercream adds a sort of really buttery, delicious goodness to the fragrance. It's really, really beautiful. I honestly really like it. Wasn't a fan of it in the beginning, and I could see why people were sort of coming for this fragrance. Although I will say the hate was really aggressive and unnecessary in the group, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, girl, like, it ain't that bad. Like, just let it dry down to the very end, and it's really good. But now, this one is good all throughout the fragrance. I was kind of sad that I had to wait like 2 weeks to like pick it back up again, but honestly, like, it was so worth the wait. This is delicious. The closest thing I could kind of compare it to is Intense Cafe Ristretto. If you are a fan of how bold and dark the coffee beans are in that fragrance, this is that times like 10, and add some salted caramel to it. and this sort of buttery patisserie accord in the background. So delicious, so good. I'm honestly glad I didn't get rid of the bottle or just like not pick it up again. And I'm glad that it changed because this is honestly like really, really good. I'm excited to see what this is going to smell like at the end of December. That's what I'm most excited for, and see if it develops even more. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Mango Flesh. This is their take on Wilhelm, I think is how you pronounce it, Perfumery Mango Skin. Mango, red wine, orange, violet. You've got frangipani, you've got mango blossom, ylang ylang, black currant, musk, and civet. And you guys, this is a delicious mango fragrance. It's going to be stunning in the summertime. The red wine almost, it doesn't add a boozy effect, but it gives me sort of like sangria vibes. It's like a mango sangria when I smell this. It's but like just delicious. It's got this beautiful musk. The civet note adds this slight, I don't know how to describe it, just a uniqueness to the fragrance. It has character. It's unique. It's not just a mango fragrance. It's almost boozy, but it's never really a boozy fragrance. It's more sangria-like. It's like a sangria mango, and I really like this. This is going to be so good in summertime. I can't wait to wear this in summer. It's really shitty out. It's super cold. It's snowing right now. There's no way in hell I'm going to be wearing this that often as it stands right now. But come summertime, I'm busting this bad boy out, and I know it's going to be killer. I'm in love with this fragrance. And if you are a lover of mango, get this one in your arsenal. This is going to be a beautiful mango to have. Definitely check it out. Honestly, really happy with this one. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Purple Emerald. This is a Dua original. This was one that I read the notes and I was like, ooh, a gourmand. Ooh, I'm going to order it. I was excited. And honestly, I'm not disappointed, like in the very least. You've got notes of orris powder, pineapple, lakum, which is a Turkish delight, praline. You've got a fruit bouquet in this as well, and white musk. And you guys, when I tell you this scent is addictive, I am telling you this scent is so freaking addictive. What I get from this is, if you guys are familiar with Byredo's Baldi Afritik, it's that fragrance pretty much, but take out all the orange and citrus from it, replace it with a juicy pineapple note. That's basically what I get from this. It's juicy pineapple. It's so delectable. It's soft, it's powdery, it's creamy. The praline and that Turkish delight note adds a sort of warmth and slight sweetness to this. The fruit bouquet adds a sort of juicy tartness to this as well. And it sits on such a lovely musky base. This is so good. And if you are a fan of Byredo's Baldi Afritik, get your nose on this one. I kid you not, you will not be disappointed. I am so happy to have this. This is going to be stunning in warm weather. Honestly, signature scent worthy. This is such a good fragrance, period. I am in love with this fragrance. Dua, you did a 10 out of 10 with this one. It's literally stunning. I'm probably going to get backup bottles of this one. I've gotten backup bottles of Poseidon's Jazz. I just bought another one because I've gone through like 3 bottles. It's literally that good. I've raved about that fragrance in the past as one of the best men's ones in general. Still holds true. My girls, don't be afraid of wearing that one either, because you can wear it too. It's literally delicious. It is the Aventus DNA with Maison Margiela's Jazz Club. For some reason, those 2 DNAs together are literally pure magic. Absolute delicious on the skin. So, so good. And so is this one, you guys. Check this one out if you get a chance. The next one that we're going to be talking about is called First Love. And honestly, I wanted it just for the packaging. I was kind of like a sucker for this like heart and like all the multicolors. This is their take on Dior's Vanilla Diorama, I think is how it's pronounced. This is a really beautiful aromatic vanilla scent. You've got orange, pink pepper, lemon, rum, cacao, cardamom, bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli. This is perfect for cold weather. It almost gives me slight baby powder vibes, but giving me spice at the same time. I really get that orange and lemon with that cacao. The cardamom adds a sweet spiciness, and the bourbon vanilla in this is so addictive. I love bourbon vanilla in general. I love this sort of boozy vanillic effect that it adds to fragrances. It's so, so good. The sandalwood is really smooth in this fragrance. I love the powdery sort of vanillic just notes that this has. It's very powdery, vanillic, it's spiced orangey, like it's so many things, and it's got that really delicious cardamom note that adds a little bit more depth, a little bit more sweetness, a little bit more complexity to it. It's kind of a simple aromatic vanilla fragrance that's like slightly spiced orange, but it's a really good one, especially if you are going into winter and, you know, colder seasons. Definitely get this one in your arsenal. It's really comforting. It's really sort of simple. It's aromatic. It's powdery. It gives me almost like holiday baby powder vibes, if that makes sense. It's kind of really nice. It's a really easy to like fragrance, and if you are in love if you love vanilla diorama, then just get this one in your arsenal. It's a no-brainer. It's a win-win. It's really good. It's really beautiful. It is. I'm here for it. And the packaging, like, oh my god, like, look at how cute. First love. I love the colors. I love these like super bright colors. My guys, don't be turned off because of the packaging and the colors and it being like kind of feminine looking. A man can easily wear this. There's like no way, like, don't be turned off. Don't be whack. Get this one. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Caramelos, and this one is their take on Prada Candy. Prada Candy is one of those fragrances. I loved it from day one. It is such a sexy sort of musky caramel scent. I will say, I think this one might need to sit a bit longer. I'm not the fan of it right now. I love Prada Candy, but this gives me sort of like a bright greenness to the fragrance that I don't find in Prada Candy. In Prada Candy, it's very like a smooth, musky caramel, vanillic scent. Right now, I get this sort of like tart, almost greenness to the fragrance that I don't know where it's coming from. You've got notes of vanilla, caramel, powdery notes, benzoin, and musk. But for some reason, I'm getting like, this is not an exact, like, I almost don't get any sort of, I'm honestly kind of sad about this one. I love Prada Candy and wanted something that would last because Prada Candy does not last. This one is not hitting the marks for me right now. I am going to have to revisit this one. As it stands right now, I do get that vanilla. I do get these slight powdery notes. I do get that benzoin and the musk. But I don't get a lot of that caramel. I think it might be the caramel note that for some reason isn't fully ready. But I get almost like a slight green, vanillic, powdery sort of effect, at least on my skin. I think I'm going to have to come back and revisit this one. I am interested to see if it's going to change the way Cafe de Dua did. But in the meantime, I'm just going to hold off and wait on this one. It's not quite there yet, in my opinion. And I'll see if it changes. I will definitely keep you guys posted. Right now, not my favorite one in the bunch, probably my least favorite, but it's not a bad fragrance. It's still really pretty. It's just not what I remember Prada Candy to smell like. I just smelled Prada Candy again the other day to see if I was crazy or like if maybe my nose wasn't working, and nope, this one doesn't hit the same marks as Prada Candy. But don't worry, I will revisit this one and keep you guys posted, because if it is going to turn into something like Prada Candy, then I'm going to be here for it, and I'll probably get backup bottles of it. But till then, I'm just going to sort of hold off on this one. Definitely not my favorite of the bunch, but it's not a bad fragrance at all. And definitely not like Prada Candy. Definitely different, almost its own fragrance right now. The last one that we're going to talk about is one called 100 Whispers. This is their take on Nishane's 100 Silent Nights, I believe. And this is a really beautiful one. This one honestly gives me very Black Opium vibes. If you are a fan of Black Opium and wanted something that smelled a little bit higher end, a little bit more complex, a little bit better, then I think you would really enjoy this one. You've got notes of tuberose, jasmine, peach, orris root, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, mandarin orange, and gardenia. Though this doesn't have that coffee note that Black Opium has, the sweetness and floral aspects are what really ties it into that fragrance, in my opinion. It's very reminiscent of the same florals and that same sweetness that Black Opium has, just minus the coffee note. This one is a bit more complex. It's very beautiful. It smells like the holidays. It's warm, it's inviting, it's sweet, it's floral, it's slightly powdery. it's all in all just a really beautiful, gorgeous, feminine fragrance. And if that's something that you're looking for, then look no further. This is a gorgeous one, and honestly such a better replacement for Black Opium. Like if you are a fan of Black Opium but it's maybe too common for you and you wanted something a little bit more complex, a little bit different, but still maintains that same sort of je ne sais quoi, I don't know, of Black Opium, then get this one in your arsenal. It's a really, really good one. Definitely worth checking out. And yeah, those are all the fragrances I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you guys later. I probably won't post for a hot minute because I am getting ready to travel. I am going to go visit family and stuff like that. So I'm going to be gone for a hot minute. And I'll probably come back sometime at the end of December, early January. But till next time, you guys, I hope you have a safe, happy, fun holiday season. Remember, don't go crazy, don't go broke trying to get everyone on your list a Christmas gift. Until next time, take care of yourself. I love you, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!